G'day, welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and our Let's Play series on Beaver Creek, a map by Stevie. Okay, since we were here last time, we've transitioned into winter. Our last day of autumn, we just did a little bit of tidying up, a little bit of production work at the BGA, and that was about it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to see what we can do to keep ourselves busy during winter. Now that will consist of field work, yes, field work, and I'll explain that in a minute, some forestry work, and also production work. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to scoot on over to our forestry area and just see how everything's going over here. We haven't been over here for a couple of game days. So, production's well and truly underway over here. It's making us a good bit of money. But we're going to get a lock up then. So joinery 2 still has plenty of logs and fuel, so that'll keep on going for a while, providing us with an income. Our barrels, our boxes and our crates are coming out through there, and again we've got plenty of supplies in there, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Now this one here is our, which one's which? This one's the wood chipper, isn't it? I think. And again, we've got plenty of stuff in there to do with. And this one here is our sawdust maker, I think. And he's got plenty of stuff as well. So we don't really need to do any filling up or anything per se. So that's okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the BGA and see what the BGA is up to. All right. So we've got our fuel being produced, we've got our solid fertiliser being produced, we've got plenty of digestate in there ready to go. We've got some liquid fertiliser being made, and that's all well and good there. How much have we got in the way of digestate? Let's have a look. Bring up our window. So we've got 1.6 million litres of digestate in that one, and just under 2 million litres in that one. So we have more than enough. We don't have to really worry about producing any more digestate for now. So we may well not worry about that for a while, which we're not going to do during winter probably anyway. Although actually I say that, I have got a plan. So yeah, that's where we're at for that. Now I do have a couple of workers over here making a mess of our fields. I've got one guy over here ploughing. I've got a guy over here laying some manure. Course play's done a bit of a messy job over here, so I've got to go fix all that up. But for the moment, it's okay. We're not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to come over here and work on field 18 most likely. Now, I said we're going to do some field work. Now, remember we're using the South Australian GEO Mod. So our temperatures are a lot warmer than what they would be for most other GEO mods. So even though we're coming into winter now and there's no crop growth here, the thing you will find that I find is quite funny is when I come to my crops. Now we did plant winter crops. They're still growing. They haven't withered. So the ones where we planted a winter crop, they're still actually seemingly growing. They haven't withered as soon as we hit winter. So we may actually get a crop out of them in the end anyway. But not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. Field 11 is our sugarcane. We're still waiting on that to come into harvest. And the other fields we just need to, so field 18, 7 and 8 we need to prep. Now insofar as grass, our grass field on 16, as you can see, we've got grass still available to us in the middle of winter or the start of winter. So that's the good thing about the Australian Geo. Doesn't affect our grass making or grass production too much. So yeah, we're all good. Now, money wise, we're okay too. I think though we should look at possibly branching out with another field. I was thinking primarily probably field 9, but we're not quite got enough to make that a going concern yet, as in to buy that. What we could do though is we could sell our sugar beets. So we've got 2.3 million litres of sugar beets there. which is probably what we'll look at doing. We might do a bit of a sales job of sugar beets. So that's at Jeeves Mill. Where was Jeeves Mill? Let's have a look. Whoops, keep pressing the wrong button. Jeeves Mill. Where was Jeeves Mill? I think it's one of these ones down here, wasn't it? Jeeves Wind Road, Jeeves Mill down here. So it's got to come straight out and straight down. So that's what we might do. We might do a couple of loads now. Whoops. And see if we can get some money built up. Now, we haven't got any road train trailers, I don't think. Actually, let me have a look. I think we didn't get them on purpose, didn't we? It's been a while since I've been recording this series, so sort of playing a bit of catch up on the fly. No, it's flatbeds. Pretty sure we didn't. I'm pretty sure we went to the other trailers to shake it up a bit. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to use these guys here, or at least one of them, and we'll go and do some sugar beets. See how much money we can make from all our sugar beets. See whether it's worthwhile as doing sugar beets again, just purely as a profit crop. All right, so we're in our trusty old Mac, our 1977 Mac, or one of them. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing really well. Like I said, it's been a while. I think the last time I recorded a Beaver Creek episode was about a month ago. We recorded about 3 or 4 of them and then had them all queued up, ready to go. But now we're out. We've got no more queued, so we've got to record a couple more now and get us back up to scratch. And I need to get them back up to scratch because Lone Oak will be hitting the mod hub very, very soon, and we want to be ready to go so we can just power into Lone Oak as well. So I'm sure everyone's going to be looking forward to Lone Oak. It is a fantastic map, I can assure you. I won't tease you anymore. I'll just leave that be there, and we'll get to see that as soon as it comes out. All right. So load up the sugar beets. So we're going to turn around and go basically straight back down the road. So due south, and then we'll offload. News-wise, there's nothing much sort of come out. There's been no major updates from Giants in relation to Farming Simulator 19. Nothing else really substantial has come out. I mean, we all know about the John Deere and all that sort of stuff, which, as I said previously, doesn't really float my boat. I'm not really phased about it. I mean, look, I'll probably use it, particularly in the initial stages of Farming Simulator 19, but it's not something that I've been eagerly awaiting. I'm certainly eagerly awaiting what they're going to announce at FarmCon, but rumour has it that Class is not going to be part of the lineup, which is a bit of a bummer. I like the Class, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. My other favourite brand, Crone, or Corona, as Jerry pronounces it, which is I think is technically the correct way of pronouncing it. That is in Farming Simulator 19. They've confirmed that, so we may well have a Giants Big M. Now I've just gone past. Which one's got flowed? I don't know. I think I just snookered myself here. We've just got ourselves through. Alright, let's get out of cab. I think it's going to be this one here. We just have to take our 50-50. It is that one. Oh, I don't want to reverse. see what sort of income we get from it. So 3,000 for that first little initial tip. Looks like we're going to make a decent amount from it though. 50,000 per trailer load. That's okay. So if we do a few trailer loads, then that'll get us our money up, and we'll get close to buying that field. Field 9, I think it was, wasn't it? 9, yeah. Alright, so get you back to you, where it is. Yeah, so the bonus with the Australian GEO Mod is obviously we're not going to get any snow. As you can see, the ground temperature forecast for winter, the lowest it's going to get to is 6 degrees. So effectively, other than germinate, well, I mean, even germination would be fine. So we should be able to start planting, which we may well do, just an experiment. I've never actually done a full cycle as yet in relation to doing an early planting before spring, to see if it actually works. So we might take the chance and set up one of our fields very early on, like as in today's game day or the next game day, and just see exactly how it goes. So almost finished. There we go. There's our second load loaded up. At least we know which one to go into now, and we won't make that dodgy turn and squeeze through the side of the gate in the offload area. We've still got plenty of work we can be doing on this farm. We've still got plenty of farmland we can be buying. Next sort of like harvest, we'll be setting up, doing a bit of course play work. Similar to what we've been doing on the Valley of the Old Farm, for instance, and sort of maximising it. The other thing we may well do is we may well make the save game a dedicated server one day and invite a couple of special guests to come and help us out. So that is on the cards. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Plenty of options. Plenty of options. There we go. The yawn is there. Oh, I think I'll cut that too fine. That was alright. Almost botched that up though. Alright. This should take us to about 760,000. I hope you guys have all been checking out our good friends and their channels. So Eustace Pharmer, Grizzly Bear Sims, Virtual Farmer, Simulation for the Nation, Farmer Klein, all those sorts of guys. Reefy 1952, Johnny V. Go check them all out. Some good content, varied content as well, which is also important. I mean, that's why we try and vary it a little bit. So obviously we have Frostpunk going, and I need to record another episode of Frostpunk. I've fallen behind on Frostpunk. We need to get back into Civilization. We've only done one episode of that so far, so we've just been busy doing other stuff, and we've also got Jurassic World Evolution. So yeah, just little bits and pieces all over the place, and just a little bit of variety every now and again. Don't want people getting bored entirely. Don't want myself getting bored entirely. Alright. Another load. I haven't even put a dent in this amount of beats. This is where we do actually need our road train trailers. But we're not going to do it. And the load. Now I've got a feeling that my two hired hands are overdoing the. In fact, one of them would have stopped. He didn't have much. Oh dear, another one. One of them, the guy that's doing the manure spreading, I know he would have run out of manure by now, so we'll worry about him a little bit later. And the guy ploughing was just doing circles last time I set him up the last couple of times, so he's probably still doing it. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's doing circles, I think. Anyway, we'll leave him for now. He's not getting any trouble if he's just driving around in circles. Oh, there's another entrance there. I could have come in. Okay. So many sugar beets. Well, we had we have one field or two fields? I think we only had the one field of sugar beets, didn't we? Can't quite remember now. I'm pretty sure it was only one. Oh, no, we had two fields of sugar beets. We did have two fields. But in any case, I mean, it's just a pure profit crop. We don't. I mean, we have got the sugar beet processing here that we haven't used before. We'll do that with some of the sugar beets because we're not going to sell all 2 million off in this go. Oh, get a bit of wobbly steering. Bit worrying that those pauses. Yeah, we're not going to sell it all off in this game or these couple of sessions. So my steering wheel's in need of a reset again. It's a little bit erratic again. I don't want to be finding myself in a what am I doing? In a river or creek like I was on a certain ending episode of Sosnoff Not Extreme. Besides which, Reefy may well be watching. He'll be looking out for any crash we possibly do, and we don't need to give him any more ammunition. Alright, we'll probably do another 2 loads. Probably not going to get all done. We'll do some more off camera. In fact, what we will do, what I'll do is I'll actually buy a B trailer, which has got 160,000 litre capacity. I'll do another load or 2 with that, and then we'll buy a field, and then that will pretty much be it for the episode, I think. For our first episode in winter, and we're just going to be doing some of this stuff during winter, so there's not going to be a lot going on. We'll come back and we'll do a bit of recording when we are processing our fields and doing a bit more forestry work, but while we're just transporting this, we don't want to do too much of this. So if I get the other trailer now, then we'll do one or 2 loads, and then we'll have enough money to buy the field, and then we'll be right to go again. Much easier entrance that way. Okay, while it's unloading, we'll buy our trailer. So we're going to select that. We'll put that on. We're going to have a colour. We're going to have a red trailer this time, wide. I'm going to buy it. So effectively 1 load of sugar beets, or a little bit more than 1 load of sugar beets, is the cost of our trailer. Actually no, 2 loads. They made 35,000 from that load. Because the price will be dropping each load we do. Okay. All right. So off we go, and we'll see how much money we make from one load of this. Should be obviously over double what we're making in one load normally with the other trailer. There's always a use occasionally for using the bigger stuff, but like we said with this episode, with this series, and a lot of the other series now, we're sort of going back to the standard sort of sizes. Steering wheel's definitely got some issues. Yeah, standard size, so not the overly excessive modifications to equipment and storage capacities and stuff like that, and speeds. Bring it back a little bit. We've had our time doing that, and it just gets to the point where you sort of go, right, well, let's go back to doing it normally, doing a few extra trips, all that sort of stuff where you need to. Sort of gets to the point where you just had enough. I certainly think when you get to a point of having enough of using the equipment that's really cheaty. Obviously the exception will be our mowing configuration for our bulk mowing, for our grass collection. But that's just to sort of save us time more so than anything else, in relation to the fact that it's very laborious. We would be doing it otherwise, but it means I get to have more time with actually spending time with you guys doing actual content instead of just driving around getting grass work done. So anyway, almost got a full load. This will probably be our last load. We won't do another load after this. This will be our last one. I don't think that'll quite get us enough money to buy that field. We'll have a look. Struggling with a little bit extra weight in the back end of it. These hills are very deceptive coming out of the farm. It's got quite a significant rise to it at quite a good angle. It's not just a very slight angle, it's actually quite a reasonable angle of approach. So it does make it a bit difficult with the heavy load. Certainly wouldn't be able to do a full road train or anything with this truck on this map coming up and down these little hills. But here's what it is. So the other thing is, if you're not already on the Giants Discord, they have their own Discord channel. That's gone through a bit of a revamp today. They've sort of brought it out of the trialing stage and actually brought it more into the line of what they want to do longer term. And there's been some changes there to it, but not significant. But if you're keen, head on over and join up. You do get interesting information. Get to chat with a whole pile of different people, all things about farm sim. A lot of the Giant staff and that are there. The community manager listed in is there, so you get to find out some information on that as well. So which is quite handy. All right. So with having offloaded that will be about it for the episode. We're at 24 minutes. We're trying to keep them down to lower size episodes or lower length episodes. Let's have a look. And we said it was 976, so no, we're still a bit short. That's okay. What else we got? Field 4. We'll buy Field 4. Let's just do that. We'll buy Field 4. Oh, no. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to start the mission. No, I'm not going to return to the field. Sometimes you're too busy talking and not looking at what you're actually doing. Right. Mission failed. Yay. All right. Now, let's buy the field. Okay, so we've now bought the field. And it's actually got crop growing. No, it hasn't. Or has it? It has. So you've got wheat growing in it already. Okay. That'll be interesting. So that leaves us with $174,000. So it's still enough money for us to run the farm and do everything we need to do at the moment. But that will be where we leave it for this episode. And we'll return back to Beaver Creek, where we're continuing to work through winter very, very soon. This is Duckzorly Gaming, wishing you a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where in the world. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to press the like or the dislike button, and also subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. See you.